What you're seeing now is Nick Dutch, who is of course myself, a great professional tarot reader, doing a short lowdown on the history of tarot. And this is just a very brief, abridged history, just so you get a bit of information basically. Divination, or indeed fortune-telling stroke cartomancy by cards, is something which has been going on in Europe. It has a known history going back 5.5 centuries. There was some archaeological evidence of a booklet with the meanings of the cards, and also a set of cards with like images of nature, I think it was birds, on them. So essentially the idea of going into a New Age shop and buying yourself a pack of cards with an instruction book as to what the cards mean is actually an ancient European tradition which goes back a known history of 5.5 centuries. Okay, it's as much part of our culture as the dishes that we eat or the beverages that we prefer and all the rest of that. It's ingrained in our society. It's not just, in inverted commas, New Age. The pagan nations had their own packs of playing cards for games, and they had the fifth suit, which had the images of their gods and images from their religion on it. When Christianity came along, they thought, yeah, we want to have one of those, and from that they created a system which was based upon Christian religion ideas, which was the triumph procession, which I think was ancient Rome, celebrating the triumph of Christianity over paganism and the wonders of the Holy Spirit and blah de blah de blah. Okay, and this was used in game playing, namely gambling, and then was banned in a couple of countries because, not because it's satanic, but because it was considered to be blasphemous to use something of the church in gambling. And that's possibly where some of the more dubious reputation of tarot actually came from. Then of course you've got the occult revival of the past 200 years, when essentially different new religions based upon revivalist ideas started to be developed. Don't kick Baphomet. Please don't kick Baphomet. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, okay, it was based upon various revivalist ideas and carried the imagery of various mystery traditions. Okay, and from that, varieties of tarot packs started to get more broad, of which the ancestral one we think today is probably the Tarot of Marseilles, or Marseille, depending on whether you're French or English and don't pronounce French proper. Okay? And then, hey presto, that brings us into the 21st century, when we now have the Tarot of the Cat People. You can probably get a Smurfs tarot. There's just thousands of different forms of tarot out there. So that's just a brief potted history of tarot.